And we're live.
Wait, wrong one.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, that's the right one. I haven't.
Okay, we're live. Do you want me to do the intro or are we doing stickers?
Good morning.
Let's start with the stickers. Let's start with the stickers.
Okay.
You can't even see them, bro.
Okay.
I love this one.
Can you even see it?
Oh my God,
That's
so
good job.
This is what the people came for. They're like, we want to see the Riptide stickers.
Yeah.
I think we all, these are the stickers that I gave
This
out.
is the Riptide sticker showcase.
Yeah.
I got this.
Welcome. That's
This is my
what we're
favorite
doing
sticker,
this
by the way.
episode of
That
Splat
kill
Chat.
streak.
We just clickbaited the entirety of everyone being like, we're talking about NA
I want to know.
Look at the stickers.
Sorry, guys.
All right.
We gotta get some down from the. Oh my God, Fufu jump scare.
I have
I
so
think
many
that's
stickers that I can't even like go. That shiny sticker. I made
I was
that,
like,
by the
this
way.
is shiny, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I made that.
Oh my God.
I need to make more stickers
Nice.
next year. I was so sad. Like,
Oh
I
my
got
God.
put
I
into, like,
love
risk
getting.
jail.
Clickbait
I
too
love getting all the
hard.
stickers. They're so good. It's so fun.
It's so good. It's like anytime someone's like, "Do you want a sticker?" Is this even a question?
Avril managed to make like stickers the size of your hand to give out. It's crazy.
It's impressive. Like, if you have a printer and such for stickers. Oh yeah, I forgot we're like on a podcast or whatever.
We are on the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is good content.
We'll
We're
see in
just
the
catfish on the
comments,
pod.
you know, when it's like, they'll timestamp it and be like, this is where the podcast starts.
Exactly. You're right.
Like, in the
You're right.
comments.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
God.
Yeah, take it away for whenever.
Video
Right, so-
starts at 6
Right,
hours
right.
and 4 minutes.
After the sticker show. Yes, welcome to Splat Chat episode 17. Everyone is pulling themselves away from Silk Song or NA League practice to talk
I have
about
30 hours.
30. That is.
I'm in Act 2.
I think I'm in Act 1. But yeah, today we are talking about both the NA League, the rules, details like predictions, and then lots about Super Jump 6. I'm your host Fern. We have today on the podcast Sasu, Fusion, and Fufu. So yeah, I think we are starting off with the NA League. Just a discussion of that. First, the rules, which are whack compared to our standard.
They're interesting.
They're whack.
Oh yeah.
They're a bit unusual. I think everyone is scared about Turf War.
Well, I mean, but it's kind of camp. I mean, like, it's kind of crazy that, like, according to the rules, you can just, like, kind of keep count. As long as you don't win it, you can just keep counter picking to turf. And the fact that, like, you can counter pick to turf and that turf is 3 minutes long versus, like, because I know, like, for example, I think CCA or, like, a lot of collegiate Splatoon kind of goes by typical Nintendo rules where it's just, like, I think it'll be like this in top 8 where it's like, oh, the first point is like best of 5 turf war and that's like 1 point or whatever. But like this one is literally, I think with ladder, it's like, well, these are the modes and you can counter pick the one you didn't win on. And I'm like, tough. It's like, do you want tower, zones, or turf?
Darn.
I think the first map is they do like slash coin flip or something, and then someone picks,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Let me take a look.
Like,
Crazy to be. Yeah, like let's pull up those rules because another thing is that like I think
Okay, the first game, a captain from either team types slash coin flip, and a coin flips. The winning team picks the mode. The other team picks the stage. After the first
What?
game, the winning team chooses the mode, and the loser chooses the stage.
Yeah, so it's counter picks the whole tournament mostly.
yes.
They
But
just
Turf
have
War,
like weird
Turf War
stuff.
is included in those modes.
Yeah, Turf War.
So-
You can counter pick to Turf War.
I'm waiting to hear like people malding about playing Turf War after like the first preseason tournament goes by. Like I'm waiting. I'm just gonna be waiting there on the timeline, waiting to see who like crashes out first. I can't even lie. I'm waiting for it. I'm gonna be sat down with popcorn in my hand.
And you know what, Fufu? I will be waiting with the block button because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the griefing. I don't want to hear the people upset. Oh, because like I feel like we were talking about like hot takes and like people giving hot takes. And here's my hot take. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the complaint about, oh, well, I have to wear it. Because I think if you hate turf that much as we're having a little haha about having to counterpick turf, if you hate it that much, don't play the tourney. Don't do it. Like, you chose to be in the tourney, so you have to play turf, and that's how it is. And if you hate it, then don't be in the tourney. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it.
Okay. Well, we can also hate a mode and play, and we want to play it anyways. It's like we can hate turf, but you know, it's like the duty at this point. If you can play, you're playing the tournament. You're held hostage. You're held at gunpoint. Actually, you don't get a choice. You're playing the Nintendo tournament. Get in there. Like, we need people there.
I'll hear one tweet about it, but you know, people will grief. And they will keep grieving about it. I can't, because this is going to be several weeks that we're going to be having this ladder that's going to be going on. So I very much so doubt that people will put the one tweet in about how it's so dumb that they have to play turf and then move on. You're going to be hearing about it over and over and over again.
Is it like, how many weeks is it? There's like one preseason 10. And then 3 regular?
10 or including...
Oh my, there's 10?
10 including,
I think 2 are
it is 10, right? Including
2 preseason and 8 regular season.
8 are active.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so double fusion.
That's crazy. On the other hand, that's kind of awesome, because something that's really interesting about like the Nintendo ladder and allowed me to win a prize for at least Splatoon 3 was the fact that not everyone is going to play every ladder. So not every, you're not going to get like FT win in qualifier 1, 2, 3, 4 taking up a spot in the top 4. So a lot of teams will like get a chance to shine. You'll see a good variety, I think, in that top 4, which have some of their interesting prizes.
You know, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, it's all fun and games until there's like one team who gets 5 wins at some point.
Yeah.
It just doesn't play at all. Yeah. Like, but I can see it happening.
Are they going to play like Turf War ladder 5 weekends in a row? I'm not sure they will.
Probably.
I don't know. Someone might have
Probably. They could. Some people play the game way too much. Like, I'm so serious. Some people like play like a job.
They do.
I've been playing comp for like 4 years, like almost 5 years now. I can't remember the last time I played a map of competitive Turf War. So I'm just kind of hoping that no one counterpicks it, that we all just like mutually agree, like Prisoner's Dilemma, not to go to Turf War, and then I will know peace.
There is no honor amongst players. You know that people the same way, as much as people like to be like, oh, zones only is just so great. And then I see people counterpicking zones eeltail. Like, nobody has honor. Everybody will pick like the scuffed mode, the scuffed map, if they want to, quite frankly. And that's like camp, but also like I kind of wonder, like you said, not everyone is going to like play all of them. Do you think that we know a lot of the top levels are probably like in a big old Discord? Do you think some people might be like, oh, I'm taking this off, like you take the like we're playing this week, and do with that information what you will?
I think we're going to have some kind of like weird standoff where teams are like, oh, I don't want to play in this qualifier because these like 5 good teams have already signed up. So me as a mid-level team have no chance of winning. So I'm not going to, I think that people can kind of be like that sometimes. But I don't know. It's been a hot minute since Nintendo has like run their own like sponsored events, and so many people, especially a lot of like not casual but just newer to competitive people, enter those tournaments. There's like hundreds and hundreds of teams, and it's always crazy.
I feel like this is kind of like Nintendo's test to see if they're going to continue to involve themselves with us, if I'm being honest. I've talked about it in the past, but like we've had like a shit ton of lands popping up recently. Like of course the West Coast, and for the West Coast, you have Arizona, Cali, Washington up there with their land, and we're seeing so many of them, and I feel like it's kind of just like oh wait, there is like new people, there is like actual
Yeah, come
demand
to
for these types of things. Maybe we can get involved with these people again.
Yeah, I wonder. It's gonna be interesting because I'm sure. Hopefully, we're all on like our best behavior because we're joking about like people griefing about turf or whatever. But like, also, I feel like with the fact that, like you were saying, Fufu, clearly they're very invested in what's happening in the community. You can tell this based on like the casters and just the people that they're working with, and the fact that I think at Riptide there was like a presence there and stuff like that. So as much as like people should be very honest and stuff and things, like I don't want to like, not too much,
Yeah.
I don't want people to be complaining too much so that they're like, all right, fine, like you don't want to eat your food, then you're not getting any more,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we
totally.
saw the Riptide incident. We saw what happened during Grands. We all saw it. All three of us were there. We know what happened.
Wow.
I was watching.
I know at least one of the people from
restaurant.
Nintendo was chill, and the other one was next to me on my flight back to Seattle. That left at like
Insider
7 a.m.
scoop, dog.
My scoop was I was tired. I fell asleep. I lost one of my earbuds and made a fool of myself.
You did!
My AirPods at the Kalahari. I think it's at the water park.
Inside the airplane seat. So I'm like digging through the seat pocket. It was very funny.
See Space Cowboy.
Yeah, they were doing like interviews and things like that at Riptide. I mean, you've already seen, I think, the Kyo Popgun interview, but they were doing interviews about Super Jump as well, and relating to what people were chanting at the end of Riptide. They were
JJ's just dropped. Do we want to watch it live?
Yes.
They were asking people.
I've seen it, but we can't watch it live.
They were asking people what their thoughts were on Rainmaker, and if we would miss the mode if it's not in a tournament.
Miss the mode.
I had some words about that when I did it.
They should pull in Overwatch and just take it out of the next game.
We could watch this. JJ's opinion on this.
We could talk about it if we want to see that first. Then.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh shoot, I never include sound, so we're just gonna look at it with no sound? Oh shoot. Oh, screw it. Hi, Popgun.
Yeah, you guys, I guess, are not going to be able to hear it, but technically you're on YouTube, so you could probably just
Can you put on the subtitles?
I can't hear it either, Your Honor.
We got the subtitles.
I've already watched the video, so
there's subtitles up here. I think. Yeah. I don't know. Can I zoom?
We ended up. We ended up going out to JJ's team in Riptide.
Go.
Dang.
Yeah, we ended up losing to them. Very strong team.
Absolutely. And like I think I'm really excited to see kind of I mean, obviously I'm really strongly affiliated with Free Flow. I'm friends with all of the members. I'm like kind of I'm like on roster as I'm like the group therapist. We always joke. But I think they're definitely still chatting about NA League and how that's going to go. And I'm particularly excited to see, like, if you guys haven't seen that video that we just had open, basically it's Popgun talking to JJ about like Free Flow's performance, because I think that like people are starting to kind of see Free Flow as like an emerging top level team. Like we're gonna get into it, but we had that invitational that just went by, and you have, I think, like a lot of the names that you're used to hearing were there, like the Grays, and I think like the Zeniths, and there was Healthy Diet food groups as well, and like Free Flow was there as well. So I think like Free Flow definitely a burgeoning.
Was that the tournament they popped off in?
No. I think that's Super Jump 5, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. It was not too long ago that I remember they got some really good wins.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we will be getting to that, but I think what's exciting about possibly like a Free Flow, once again, like the video was basically Popgun being like, well, some people kind of believe in the sauce, like that Free Flow's kind of up and coming, and some people are like, oh, it's just a fluke. So how are you feeling about that? And I think that one thing I want to bring up about like NA and who's going to be there that makes me excited. Obviously, turf is going to be crazy because like y'all tell me if I'm crazy, but like the only time I play turf is during a Splatfest, and sometimes I queue win, and I'm like where am I? Like on Ship Shape, I'm like, where's this? Like, what's all
this
these?
block? It was supposed to be here.
I hadn't even thought about the maps, actually. That's not good.
People are gonna have to study. Like, people are gonna have to go back to Retcon for that. Like, actually having to go Retcon not Retcon. Is it Retcon? Recon. There we go. Whatever it's called. Close enough. I was thinking of more earlier. Bear with me. But like, people are gonna have to go in and make sure that we actually know the turf war layout for these maps. Because if not, you're gonna think there's a block there and you're gonna hit a wall.
I think even worse than that is if you are painting and there's like a whole corner that you haven't painted because you didn't like, let's say you're not used to I don't know, I don't think Manta Maria is one of the choices, but like you should be painting that like little boat, you know what I mean? But like if you're never using it because you're usually playing a competitive mode where you have to go to mid, then like you leave that boat unpainted and then you screw yourself for no reason. So like especially I'm sure none of these people know Urchin Underpass like at all.
Oh yeah.
Right? So that is going to be fun and interesting, but particularly between like JJ and also we were talking about Kyo, right? Also with the IPL, Kyo mentioned that FT Win likes all modes. So I'm definitely.
I mean, I feel like like it's interesting. I think top level teams, or at least like the top of the top, they just kind of recognize we're good at this game. We have plans for like every map. We can figure things out on the fly. If we take you to a mode that you haven't like done all your practice on, you don't know exactly where everyone on your team is positioning. You don't know what you're doing for all 3 minutes of turf war. They're the better players and they're going to win. They can't get outplanned if nobody has a plan for like turf war Manta Maria.
Yeah, just genuinely going to have a lot of studying happening from these teams, honestly. It's like, I don't know, turf war is weird because it's like, it's literally like these, especially like players that have been around for so long, or maybe like we're only playing this during Splatfest. It's like having to actually think about how to play the game differently, back to like literally base fundamentals, because turf war, every other mode is based off turf war. Then like it's just a turf war in another font with extra objectives. So having to go back to our roots is kind of just like a where's the speed at?
I mean, if you don't, sorry, you go.
No, I was just gonna say I think that as much as there's a lot of arguments that everything is just kind of comes from splat zones, and if you're strong at splat zones then you're just going to be strong at everything else, but I think that like one of the reasons a free flow was able to do so well in a Super Jump 5 is that I think it was zones preferred maybe, but it was all modes. And then you see when they're in that invitational that was zones only, I think zones is probably free flow's worst mode. And so they struggle in these zones only, but they do really well in all modes, sans turf, obviously. So I think I'm going to be interested to see these teams that, like, sure, they're good at all modes, but I think when you kind of, oh, well, I hate Tower, Tower's so dumb, and, like, I hate Rainmaker, and you're just, like, not as used to playing it, I think a team that enjoys that way more and plays it way more may have, like, you know, an advantage. If you're equal skill and one team likes all modes and one team doesn't, I think the team that likes all modes wins.
Honestly, okay, here's the thing. I get it. People like playing all zones because it's like, you know, it's less polarizing. Things are more like similar. This map is kind of like this map and you just know how you play the game. You can use similar weapons every time, but like, we're not playing rock, paper, scissors. We're playing Splatoon, right? We're not trying to like boil things down to like, oh, I picked A, but you picked B, so I win. Yippee! I picked, we got the lead, and then I reef slid like 6 times and won the game because we didn't team wipe. I think that like Splatoon is, I fucking love Splatoon. It's all about just like, you know, thinking on your feet, making like crazy plays and fast decisions, and people mess things up all the time. You know, people have GG specials on tower control, but you know how many times the person with a GG special chokes it and the tower pushes like past the checkpoint in overtime? It's, you know, everyone has like a perfect plan, and don't get me started on Rainmaker. I like Rainmaker.
Ooh.
I think it can be kind of iffy at times.
Yeah.
But like you can stall it so much, but like saying there's no way to push on Rainmaker is like saying there's no way to push on tower control. You're like, well, you just need to be aggressive enough so that the person with strikes can't just like stand there going like this, like 8 seconds after the game or the timer hits 0, you know?
Oh yeah. And like people beef with Rainmaker. I feel like fundamentally Rainmaker is like a really good mode, but it just needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed to
Yeah.
not be able to be stalled as much as it is. Either like a harsher timer or, you know, maybe kill them in the no Rainmaker zone. Or like if I'm sorry, wrong words actually. The timer already goes down faster, but if they die in the no Rainmaker zone, reset the Rainmaker. Or something like that.
So it does. The thing is,
It does?
It does. There's just not enough Rainmaker zones. So like all
Well,
the
there's our
solid
problem.
spots, it's no Rainmaker zones.
Okay, so that I had the right idea, the wrong information.
You're
Oh
so
my
right.
god. We need so like iconically that Scourge Rainmaker, that pit, it needs to go. It needs to go. It needs to be a no Rainmaker zone. Just those like spots that are so prone to stall. Get rid of them. Just don't let it in there. And I think a harsher timer as well is needed. I'm not gonna lie, in my personal opinion, we don't get punished enough for like doing silly stuff with the Rainmaker.
Like, is it crazy to say, like, is Rainmaker like a weaker mode? Yeah, but I feel like some modes are just going to be better than others. And like, one of the things, I've always been an all mode soldier. Like, people say, well, you know, low levels. And I'm like, no, I personally think that all levels should be playing all modes. You can take a look here. This is, I think, at Riptide, the Lavaka versus Voie Lactée there. I think there's like, yeah, that area on Scorch Gorge should be a Rainmaker free zone, and it's just like not for some reason. But I think generally speaking, ultimately, because I've heard some people saying like, oh, it's like crazy that we have to play all modes per the rules of the NA League. And I think just like generally speaking, obviously the only real issue with turf is that like 90% of turf doesn't matter up until like you can wipe in the last 15 seconds and then still win. And so that's like an issue, and that's not competitive. But everything else, there are going to be modes that are just better than others, but I feel like that's the nature of the game. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some modes suck, but like you gotta play them. Like surely we grow up and play them.
I want to talk about that specifically, like those. I'm so sorry. I'll get to you in just a second. I'm sorry, but no, I want to talk about like those last. Oh, that's so real. Bring the cats over.
I have enough to distract me. Sorry.
Perfect. No, and like I think like people complain about the last 30 seconds of turf war, and don't get me wrong, I don't like it either. But that being said, it teaches us that hey, the last 30 seconds of a game matter, whether it was a knockout or not. It's always down to those last 30 seconds that are the most important, and you have to manage your resources to make sure those last 30 seconds aren't your defeat. And you know, it's part of the game. As much as it sucks to like just kind of run around for 2 seconds, you have the option to set yourself up until you get to those last 30 seconds. And obviously you can kind of flip that on its head with not flip that on its head, but you know, it's a similar concept for your ranked modes.
Yeah, it's like people who say the last 30 seconds is all that matters are already fairly evenly matched, I think, with their like opponents, right? Because like FT1 is not going to be getting like team wiped against pretty much any team that is not like pretty good. And yeah, the last 30 seconds are crucial. And so shenanigans can kind of happen. But I mean, again, I think they have multiple chances. It's a ladder format. People are going to be playing a lot of sets. Even if you lose, all you're really losing is maybe a little bit of reputation. You'll get it back. Everyone gets cheesed one way or another. That kind of happens in every mode.
You know what I don't want to hear, actually, because people are going to be losing, and I need people to be nice on the internet. I'm so serious when I say I need people to like kind of shut the fuck up and let higher level teams lose and not get so pressed about it. I'm like, it's part of the game. Teams are going to lose eventually. Doesn't mean they're washed. Can we like chill out for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's been like I've seen it so much in the past. I mean, I haven't seen it as much recently. It might be because I'm out of the sphere, but I'm like, just can we behave ourselves? Can we just behave ourselves, please? I'm begging you. This is like probably some of the best learning opportunities that we have had in a second.
Yeah, and I think like building off of that, like people are going to complain, they're going to be frustrated and stuff like that. And I think we just need to be, just like manage ourselves properly. Like I think, if Jared goes down to Azuka and then tweets like Zuka sucks, we need to not be like, oh, like let let people put out their one grief tweet. It doesn't mean that like the entire meta of the entire game needs to change because like Milky Way lost to like a low level team because someone popped Azuka. They were being spawn camped in turf and they popped Azuka and somehow got a quad with 15 seconds left and they won the one turf. It doesn't mean you need to write a dissertation about why turf needs to be deleted from the game. Teams are going to lose, and I don't think that these losses are like indicative of what has to happen to the entire game. Like maybe if we see a pattern of something happening, we can kind of comment on it, but I think that we just need to be a bit mature of what we're going to see, because at the end of the day, even if something like that happens, there's Milky Way still going to be in the top 8.
In formats like this, best of 3, things can happen.
Yeah. Although I will say this tournament is not purely ladder. Like there's a like the weeks are ladder format for like the first section, and then it puts you into a bracket for like
exactly
the end of the tournament. So I do like we do sometimes see, because the ladders are like you don't actually have to fight all the top teams if you want to win the tournament. Like I think the last time they ran an NA ladder, like Parelia placed like really, really high. Only playing like one of the other really top teams. So
yeah, that can happen in ladder. And I mean, the thing is, it's like that's kind of sort of what I was saying with like, because it goes to a top bracket, like a team isn't going to try and qualify like 6 times, and the ladders last a long time. Yeah. So like I think it'll be very interesting. Like you'll see the top teams win the first couple qualifiers or get top placements in those, and then it'll be really interesting to see teams that are like maybe in like the 4th to like 16th range battling it out.
Yeah, because I think like the ladders are where most of the points are in this tournament, and even like this is a 8-week tournament of like actual competition, and every day and like every playing day is like a long tournament day. Like it's like 5 rounds of ladder and then like a whole bracket. It's like you're playing the Sendoku finale, but like every day, every Saturday for like 2 months. So it is going to be a bit of a marathon in terms of like actually finding success in the tournament as a whole. So I think there are kind of spots for teams that normally wouldn't be like winning majors to take a playing day or 2.
Yeah, also like when looking at this part of the rules, like the differential between like points isn't necessarily all that big. It's only like 10,
that's true,
right?
Actually.
So like the people who are there's going to be kind of the usual suspects, roughly at least like 1 through 6 or something. But I think the 9th through 16th, like those people who place 1 through 8th can't really rest on their laurels and just kind of like do 3 and call it a day. Because if you come in, let's say 15th and then 30th and 30th again, like the point differential between that isn't actually quite that large between those places, because it's just 50 and 40. So not to mention, I think somewhere in the rules, it also talks about like how many, because obviously it's a timed ladder, so you can play as many games as you want to play. And they give, I think, preferential treatment to win number, right? So if there's somebody who has like the same score as you do, but they like played more games to get there, then they are going to be given the placement over you. So a lot of these teams are actually going to have to really watch their placement, and they can't really be all that lazy because they might just get usurped if they're not watching their points.
I think that definitely applies to those that are under the 8th place bracket, because if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure the top 8 bracket get bonus points as well. I forgot just how much it is, but I think it is like a good amount of points. So that's also something to keep in mind with trying to get into the bracket.
Yes, you're right. So
How many
first,
do you know?
yeah, first place 40. It's a little bit lower. 40, first place 40, second 35, third 25. So you could make up to 100 points by winning the tournament.
One ladder.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that, I mean, those top 4 people, I feel like we already, they're probably going to take their 3 ladders and then be like so untouchable that they like don't have to worry about it necessarily anymore. But I think the people who are maybe coming in 5th and 7th are like gonna have to kind of catch their tail to make sure that no one who comes in like 30th and then 17th and then 15th, that they're not just like nipping on their heels because they can't get past those top 4 people and they're just getting like chump change in bracket,
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting. I didn't realize that the point values were so close to each other because, like, now, if you're a team that gets 9th place, like a team that got if you get 9th place, like a team that gets like 75th place, if they play in twice as many qualifiers as you, they can outpace you. Like, so you need to be there for like at least half of them, which is very interesting. We might see like some bigger rosters, maybe like 5-6 people. I don't know if they allow 6 people.
They only allow 5.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You have
That's
to
how
keep
it's
like
been in
the
the past.
same. You have to keep the same core of 3 players, pretty much.
Yes.
So.
Oh, okay.
No Sendo badge hunting behavior.
Yeah, no.
Little Timmy.
No teams where
gets Kyo-chan.
No teams where Addict gets like 8 players on one roster. To play like Miku
That's
Bean.
hard.
I want the Miku badge. But honestly, I just really love these rules because I feel like us discussing this, like, because I feel like most people weren't aware of that. That makes it like so much more competitive where it's like, especially if you're not in that top 8 or if you're in the bottom half of that top 8, like people are going to be really closely monitoring those points. And then perhaps while they think, oh, we'll just play like 4, like half of them and like leave, they're going to have to be like, we're just getting nothing out of brackets, so we have to keep going. But also, I think some of them might be just like kind of mid-level-y because maybe everyone's like, oh, we have our points, so we're leaving. And so the mid-levels are like, no one's here. Like, let's sneak in.
That's interesting. Yeah, I hadn't realized the rules were so different from what they had done in the past because, yeah, it definitely encourages some of the top teams, or at least the teams that are kind of on the threshold, to continue playing more and more throughout it. So it'll be pretty interesting. And I mean, it's the preseason one is this weekend, or one of the preseason ones is this weekend, right? So it's same as Super Jump. So it'll be a really, really busy weekend, and teams are gonna have to, I guess, if this is preseason, it's not gonna give points, so they don't have to weigh it quite as much. But big weekend for Splatoon tournaments.
True.
No, actually.
Yeah.
Wait, I wanted to highlight this, the season standards. Your best 5 placements are considered.
Oh, okay.
Your 5 highest.
Okay.
So you only technically need to play 5 to get the most. But that's if you win all 5.
Okay.
That's if you're one of those
five
untouchable top 4 people.
FT Win gonna go for the sweep, do you think? Like,
they had competition at Riptide. I don't know. It depends who signs up, because if any of like the top 4 for Riptide show up, I don't think it's gonna be an easy, first place.
Yeah,
they're probably doing work behind the scenes. Let's be real. They're probably doing some work behind the scenes to try and smooth things out. But I'm like, I think it's gonna be a lot closer of top bracket, and I'm waiting to see that every week. I'm gonna be eyes on that.
Yeah, but on the other side, there's no French players in this tournament.
Yes, NA, not Western League. It's the NA League, chat. I'm sorry.
SMH. Voila,
We get a break
carried
from
by Gray.
Gray winning every major, yeah.
The anti-Gray
League.
Yeah.
They're actually just gonna move Gray to NA.
No thinking.
I did.
Only doing. in this league.
They
will
just like
not
move gray like
I handed
temporarily
in
to like
my,
the
my
US or
citizenship
something.
application.
I think there's a proof of residence that they ask for. Those are in the rules.
Really?
There's like a proof of residence. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So
Yeah, you need a
Just
phone
be
number and
from
an
somewhere
address.
else and be like, guys, I'm totally from NA. Source, just trust me.
Source, trust me, bro.
That's
No,
good.
yeah, for real. I'm hoping to be able to play the NA League, not gonna lie. Like I kind of like this thing has been the bane. Oh, you can't even see it. This thing has been the bane of my existence. I want to play the silly Nintendo tournament, bro. I want to play it.
Oh my god. I feel
Really
like
sad.
every Nintendo ladder in the past has had some like crazy shenanigans that make, that cause drama for like weeks. And there being 10 of these is crazy. I don't think people are gonna recover from this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm waiting to see the chaos unfold. Like, I genuinely am curious to see how people are gonna react to whatever happens. It's all fun and games when something happens in the preseason. While like, people have their eyes on Super Jump, and like some crazy shit happens in the preseason. It's just like, what?
I'm not.
Yeah.
People are
Surprise,
insufferable.
the /coin flip command doesn't work.
Yeah, you see, this is why I'm gonna hear. Listen, everybody, just behave yourself on social media. Or I will block you.
Yeah, as you should. I think freely using the block button is kind of real. Not gonna lie.
They're all
too,
on.
me too.
Is there anything else
Oh.
about like NA League? Honestly, I'm just excited. I mean, obviously we're gonna be seeing the top people just like brawl it out, but like I feel like we might see like someone just like barely eke out. Like maybe in
Mhm.
bracket they got 7th instead of 8th, and so they have 5 more points, and so this person gets it, this team gets in, and this team doesn't, like at the last second, like the drama of it all. But also the fact that like I've been seeing just players of all skill levels making their FA posts saying, hey, like
Yeah.
I want to play, and that obviously, maybe they're low level or anything like that.
Yeah.
But just the fact that so many people feel welcome to join, I think is like super exciting, because we might see the rise of some, before I got into competitive, I used to watch the Nintendo streams and the official
Mhm.
stuff. So like I'm sure there's a lot of people who saw the announcement who are casuals. I think Fufu, you were talking about this, and I think also you Fusion, about like the casuals that are like, oh, a Nintendo tourney, who are maybe like undiscovered talent because they're not on social media or they're not like in comp. So we might see the rise of like some kind of new people.
Mhm. I mean,
Yeah,
at
and I'm
the
very
at the
happy. Go on. Go
Oh,
on.
sorry. I'm just remembering at the start of Splat 3, before, well, I guess, the scene was kind of kicking off like Splatoon 3 tournaments, and Zenith was an X rank, or not even X rank. Well, okay, when X rank came out, Zenith was like one of the top players in X rank, but I don't think had any kind of foray into competitive. And now Zenith is like a mainstay top player. The Nintendo tournaments and things like that are like really what get people into comp, and them being this many tournaments in a row, encouraging you to like make your own team and stick with them. It's awesome, and I think we probably will see some, random like, oh, wow, this player is really good, or this team is making a surprise appearance in top 8. So
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot less intimidating to get into, I think, as well. And I think a lot of people are understanding the importance of getting as many players as we can into the Nintendo League tournaments, as well, like Nintendo League, the NA League, as possible, because it just literally sends a message to Nintendo: we want more of this. We literally want more of this. And I'm hoping that things go well, because I would love to see more Nintendo hosted tournaments in the future, because I think the bigger that we can make the Splatoon scene, the better. And I think it'd just be incredibly healthy for the competitive community. Yeah, and it goes back to bringing in our casual players as well, because it is a much less intimidating option to get into comp. It's kind of intimidating, just like, oh yeah, the competitive game. Yeah, so I'm glad it's around. I want to see more.
Yeah. I will say, like, as someone who watches the FA market like a hawk, the NA League has like caused a Ludi level influx of FA posts.
Oh yes.
Like I mean, Nintendo pretty much just said like, screw pickup culture. Y'all are gonna make teams, like, we're gonna make you do it.
And you're so
I think
right for
KFK was
it.
saying that, like, and like people have been posting like, I am looking for NA League teams. Like, I've been looking for, like, I myself am working on my team for NA League, and like, it is. I think we got like a decent amount of warning, so there's been time for a lot of people to find groups. And yeah, it is like a big, like, it's one of those tournaments that kind of like everyone is going to be playing on like some level. I feel like that you don't really have unless you're in, except for like Ludi, where it's like a whole community kind of endeavor, at least for North America. That I think is going to be very cool. Now we can move on. Before we talk about Super Jump 6, we have another like smaller tournament to talk about, which is the Zones Classic Invitational, which was a like pretty small top level tournament, but it had a $100 cash prize. And I believe there's a link to it in our planning if
Yes.
you guys don't have it pulled up. But
I did. I feel like this was even a surprise to me, which is funny. Obviously, my besties Free Flow were. I found out like I think I went into like VC, and I was just like, oh, like they just like finished playing or something like that, and I was like, I didn't hear about this. I think that
yeah,
it was posted about on Blue Sky, and it was given like a grade of an A. This invitational tourney, a lot of it is very kind of paint by numbers. Of course, we have PXG coming out with the win, though honestly, especially because many if not all of us were present at Riptide. It feels, I mean, top level can be very musical chairs in terms of everybody just kind of like switching over on teams all the time. So of course, like you have Gray playing with Goss, who I think was from La Vaca in at Riptide, Soldier Noah, and yeah, there's just a lot of people going back to their teams. Still some sort of sub outs, but it was just kind of what you expected, I think, for the most part. Yeah, FT Win has.
no, Goss has been with the PXG core recently. But yeah, I mean, it is kind of the storyline of PXG went back to their winning ways. Gray, after losing his insane winning streak to you and a few Japanese players,
You the leader player?
Yeah. Well, I think he lost the winning streak to Squid Junction, but beyond that, to you and a few leader players, he is you and some Japanese players, gone back to another trophy as expected. But
yeah,
there are some other interesting things like FT Win playing with Hexen. Well, FT Win, Kyo and Biscuit and Zenith playing with Hexen, who is honestly a player that is kind of before my time. I'll probably talk about them more when we talk about Super Jump.
I mean, Hexen's kind of like a background coach for FT Win, isn't he?
He might be. I think he was kind of not active for a long time, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not too knowledgeable about those circles, but
no, I honestly am not very knowledgeable about him as much as other players. We had Dollar Store Joy Comps, which is Chara's double slider pickup with some people from New Meta, and Kara, who I'm a big fan of. So them getting third is pretty sweet, although
Zones only.
Yeah, Zones only. Double slider comps.
I say with love and respect for everyone involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, I mean, obviously top levels for the most part just want to play zones. I think that's why you see Free Flow here, very unfortunately invited, which is like big in itself. They're all top level teams. But I think coming out of this with no wins, it doesn't help that I personally know that like they were not playing before this. They were not practicing. So they were like a little bit cold on the game. And then, you know, a little bit of like inter issues in terms of like comps and stuff like that. And then there's the nail in the coffin, zones only, when zones is their worst there. So I think you see kind of a bit of a poor performance here, but there's always things going on behind the scenes when it comes to free flow. So it's like sad to see, but also I'm hoping that like this doesn't like color people's opinions, I guess. Of
they've been grinding their way up for a long time. I mean, you have to play the best and lose some to become one of them. So I mean, they've been working very hard for sure. They're entering all of these tournaments and playing against a lot of top teams, and it's definitely like it has kind of turned the corner for them. I hope they keep going.
No, yeah, it takes losing to learn, as you said, and I think this is only going to be a good experience for them. In the end, it's a lot of games to review. A lot of like, there's a lot of content you can in the tournament. That I mean, free VOD reviews, Your Honor, is what I'm trying to say. Is what I'm trying to say.
True. I think it's interesting this little competition here because of course everyone's going to try and play. They were invited and there was money on the line. But I'm just like I'm excited, I guess, partially for these more steady tourneys. Like these are cool and important to see, but I think that when things like this happen, especially with like obviously there's also kind of money on the line with like the NA League and stuff like that. But I think you kind of see, again, musical chairs, which when we get into Super Jump, you'll also see musical chairs and people who it's like, you're not on FT Win. Or like, you know what I mean? People being in different groups. But I think that this is very pickup culture coded, which a lot of top level is. But going from a Riptide where a lot of those people were practicing a lot together and the very definite teams we're seeing on NA League, seeing a tourney like this and everyone just kind of being on separate teams, I'm like, oh, I miss the teams.
Yeah, because the teams create storylines. It's like, sure, you can have like one-on-one rivalries, but having like the actual teams and like just having the rivalries between 4 players, it's kind of awesome. And that's why I'm so excited about the NA League too. We get to see storylines emerge from there. I'm normal. I'm excited. Like the only other time we're getting this is Ludi. Let's be real. It's Ludi.
Mm-hmm.
So
most
now
top players don't even play in Ludi. Like a lot of them don't even
in general. It doesn't have to be top level for storylines. Like it's gonna be we're gonna be seeing a lot more of the top level storylines for the NA League, which I'm excited about. But Ludi, just in general, no matter the like between like in the division, will have its own stories. So I'm excited just to see that in Nintendo's tournament.
Honestly, it's really fun to watch like storylines that aren't in the top level because I think I think a lot of it is like about the players and personalities and things like that, and it's less like. It's all about the game. Everything's like on the line here. It's like their status, their reputation, and it's more like we're winning because we always lose to these guys in scrims, or they're friends, or I don't like them.
Yeah,
it's fun.
They had beef on Twitter 6 months ago.
Oh my goodness!
I still remember all of like my back from my low level days, like the storyline between like my division. I was like Division 7, my first 8. I was Division 8 my first Ludi season, and I was like, I still remember like all of the teams from back then, all the stuff. I had an animatic made for one of these things, so like if that tells you anything, I made a whole animatic about how we got a scrim at some point. It was like the funniest thing because we were like so. You could get some really silly stuff at all levels, and so
I missed the Twitter account that was like, "Where's your fourth?" and it was just like excuses for people not being in a scrim.
The
like,
worst thing
our
about
fourth is outside petting a cat. It's my favorite.
Sending with the tournament website is I can't post the "Where's your fourth" image in the chat, which I want to do all the time. I think one of the cool things about the NA League is like I've been watching a lot of Valorant this past year, and like Valorant major tournaments are like a month long, and so
oh my god,
by the time you get to the end of it, there's just like so much like momentum and like so much story, like so many storylines, and like the hype has been building for like the whole length of the tournament and then like the whole length of the qualifiers going into the tournament. And so by the time you get to the end of it, it's just like it's so like intense. And I think like we're gonna have 2 months of NA League play, and then like the finals
Yeah.
for this tournament are going to be crazy hype because there's going to be so much buildup over the course of those 2 months that you don't really like. You only really get in Ludi, like you don't really get in stuff like the Sendiku finale or like Super Jump. Like there's kind of not as much like momentum going into the end of the tournament to make it as hype as possible.
And
Yeah.
speaking on that as well, I'm because you're talking about like all these high level tournaments, and Valorant obviously has a huge competitive scene as well. What I'm hoping to like get out of the NA League as well is hopefully more like players entering, like officially entering that top level regimen, because I feel like we've been lacking in players in top level for so long that I'm hoping we could see some new players, you know, go up the ladder as well. And just again, just we need to feed our own community. I'm begging. I would love just more people at the top.
I honestly, I'm hoping because I feel like, obviously us in the community, we know which teams like should be streamed in order for like, people who are competitively like minded to maybe pay a bit more attention. But when we're looking at the NA League, knowing that they're going to be like streaming sets, I don't know how they're going to necessarily make those decisions. And I know that they know maybe the ones that might the prominent players, but at the same time I think that Nintendo knows that their streaming is going to kind of be probably geared more towards a casual audience than the comp audience, like you might see with a super jump or something like that, right? So I think that I'm also going to be interested to see these like new teams and maybe like we're talking about storylines. We might start seeing these storylines in like the mid level, in maybe some lower level stuff, even because we're just watching the stream and we're seeing it happen. And then, things kind of burgeon from that versus like, I think a lot of the time when it comes to competitive, like what we're streaming is more so for the competitive audience. So you are going to like switch to an FT win and see what they're doing, or you see that Hypernova versus Moonlight, and you're not going to let that set happen while a lower level set is happening. So also interested to like just learn more players and see those storylines happen.
Yeah, totally. I mean, especially because the ladder format, you can't like. Well, I'm presuming are they streaming the ladder format portion of the tournament? I'm not sure if we know that. They're
Nope.
not. Okay,
They're just
that
doing
makes
the ladder.
sense.
We're unfortunately a little bit
top
limited
cut
on the
part.
teams that we're going to be seeing. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's just the top 8 that we're
I
going to be
think
seeing.
there will still be some interesting matchups. I think like I imagine we're going to be seeing like fourth
We'll be
versus
streaming
fifth quite a
also.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, people will
should be interesting
even
to
if-
see that. Yeah, I can imagine if they tried to stream ladder, it would be a nightmare to organize.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for like
And,
the
like-
YouTube video titled "I played an official Nintendo tournament. Here's how it went." From like,
I mean, I'm
someone we've never
clickbaiting the
heard
hell out of
before.
this thing.
Videos coming out
Oh
from
yeah,
like
you are.
yeah,
I
every
think everybody
competitive
should.
YouTuber,
This is it's a really good time to get like eyes on yourself. If you're like a comp player who posts stuff, I'm just like, I'm gonna clickbait this. Like, absolutely, if I'm playing in the tournament. So
I played the best team in North America.
And this
And
is what
honestly,
happened.
yeah, like really good point, because I think with like the algorithm and stuff like that, there are hopefully going to be a lot of prominent players that do have perhaps the subscribers, like maybe I don't know if like Achara's playing, but if those people make that content, people who are smaller creators might kind of be put into that algorithm and like also get eyes on them. So I'd say everybody get your clickbait titles, go on VGen and see if you can find somebody to make a thumbnail for you, because this is like a prime time for people, especially like casuals who are just like, oh, I just want to see like some Splatoon competing. Upload your VODs, put that content out there.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I feel like the content is going to be very important because we have we're going to be having that influx of casual players or just casual viewers even going and watching these Nintendo tournaments, and in turn they might go to watch videos about Splatoon. So it's a really good opportunity to just get more eyes, and if we can get more people to be watching Splatoon videos, then guess what, it's better for all of us. More people, more audience, bigger reach. It's good all around, in my opinion.
Oh,
When
I
Splatoon's popular, it's good for all of us.
We need. I would love to see a bigger competitive scene. That's all. I crave it. I'm thinking about like that Splatoon 2 ad with like the stadium in it. Can we have it, please? I want it.
of what's it called, a bigger comp, what's the word, scene, like we were gonna, I think, at one point talk about like, are there are there no more tournaments? And I feel like that could be like its entire spot chat on itself about how, like, I feel like I've seen a lot of tournaments like close down and stop running lately, or in the last few months. And so I feel like tournaments are a bit more scarce these days as well. And of course, hopefully this like revitalizes the scene a little bit. Of course, I think Squid Junction just like capped off at 200, but I think like a little Squid League, I think, stopped running for low levels. And there's just like a lot of stuff. I myself, especially as a commentator, there's a lot of people who've been pinging and saying, hey, we have this tourney due to low turnout, we're having to close. And then they've just like permanently closed. And I feel like there's just like less tourneys in general. So that's like making me a little bit sad. I don't know if that's like what's best. I mean, these big tourneys are really cool, but still.
It's like, I don't know. I just pulled up the Sendo calendar. There are so many tourneys. And there are still way less than there used to be. It's crazy. Like,
it's turnout.
If there's 4 tournaments on a given day, like even if there's like, I'm looking at Saturday and there's Super Jump, there's the North American tournament, TNT's Dynamite Showdown, Habibi and Tripnacity, and Baja Blast 26. At least 2 of those tournaments are getting like less than 4 entrants, not because of any fault of their own, but just like, I think it's really a good thing when there are bigger tournaments that are more accommodating to like a wide variety of like skill levels. And I think, as much as everyone complains about the like Nintendo ladder, people get to play a lot of good Splatoon against teams that are probably similar skill level to them. And it's like, you're not going to be playing like sets against the same like 2 teams and then you're done, because that's just a scrim. They call that a scrim.
A lot of interaction between a lot of different players, so you're gonna be it's a lot of information. It's just gonna be information collecting from all different points, and we might learn things from even players that we beat. So it's good all around.
Yeah,
for sure.
I was gonna make a joke like, back in our day we played scrims, we didn't have Sendo Q. But
and there's Sendo Q active right now, so like,
yeah. Yeah, so now this Saturday, though, you were saying about big tournaments, we have Super Jump 6, so sequel to Super Jump 5, second of this current like round of Super Jumps that IPL is running, and
I hate Start GG so much. I'm so sorry. Ignore me.
yeah, no,
Side eye. Oh my god.
I see Start GG and I want to die. Apologies, everybody.
No, yeah.
Continue.
I will say, I think the NA League is this running of the same day as the NA League is a little bit unfortunate. I feel like that's gonna steal some players. Like, I don't know if Moonlight is playing this one or the NA League. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, this is preseason for the NA.
Oh, it is preseason.
Yeah.
So it's a much better situation than I think it otherwise could have been. So
yeah, true. That is true. Yeah.
I still think we'll get some pretty good turnout. It should be a really fun tournament. I really want to see some fun. I don't know if we can see a rematch, but you said, I think FT Win was playing in Super Jump 6.
Yeah, so FT Win is playing, but I will say, so this was kind of a surprise to me. FT1 is playing with a roster of Keo, Biscuit, Hexen, and Shaq.
Shaq! Oh my god.
Shaq is signed up for Super Jump 6. And I mean Shaq, legendary player from the original FT1 roster, like extremely good IGL. I I think he may be probably a bit behind the times. Like, if I had to
Up in
guess,
like 2 days of practice.
Yeah,
I know how these guys are.
I don't know how much Splatoon 3 Shaq has played since like maybe a little bit into the game. So I'm not sure how this roster will do. Obviously, it's FT Win and it's Q and Biscuits, so they're gonna do fine. Hexen was on the roster in that Zones Classic Invitational, and they with Zenith, of course, but they played pretty well. Like, they took down plenty of good teams, so I have no reason to assume that this is like a flop, like throwaway roster, but I don't know if it's the major winning FT win. Like, not having Sam is kind of a hit. Sam is probably their like superstar player.
I mean, that said, it's kind of like that's kind of the story, right? Like,
Yeah.
they aren't playing with their strongest roster, but this is North America. Well, sorry, not Super Jump. They aren't playing with their strongest roster, but can they still pull through? Like, will Hexen and Shaq, catch up, remember how good they are at the game, show everyone who hasn't seen them in a hot minute? Because, I mean, maybe people just sign up really, really, really late to these tournaments, but there isn't all that much competition in the currently signed up teams. There's several teams with like one person in it, Frutella being one of them. But are they just going to run away with it?
I mean, I think if I had to pick someone to run away with it, it would be PXG.
That's true.
Milky Way is also signed up. Those are probably the.
Oh my god! How did I miss?
Yeah.
How did I miss both of these teams? I feel really bad. I like looked over them somehow, but yeah, Milky Way FT win. That's a classic matchup. I would love to see that again.
EZMD, we saw Silver play last Super Jump 5 with Zenith, Yoshel, Volti. So now on another roster, I think EZMD has done really well in a few recent tournaments, but like kind of like a border team, like not at the level of like Milky Way or PXG or FT Win or any of those like like top echelon teams, but like clearly better than like most, like pretty much everyone else. So they could have like a potential breakout tournament.
They top 4 Sendo Q season finale.
Yeah, they top 4 Sendo Q. Like, they played really well in Sendo Q season 5, but couldn't pull out like a Grand's appearance in that one. So whether or not they can actually beat teams like PXG and Milky Way is kind of still up for debate.
I mean, I think just generally speaking, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think the expectation here is that this is just kind of probably a sweep for PXG. And we're just kind of looking to see whether FT Win or Milky Way comes in second. And then we start going down to like, maybe, I guess, like, obviously Frutella had that upset, right, in Splat World Series against Milky Way. I don't think people I think there's like much like a free flow, I guess. Like, there's more eyes on them due to that upset, but it's just I think that like top 3 is probably very cemented in most people's heads, and now there's just a question of like storylines of like, what does the rest of that top 8 look like, especially because I think we have Hypernova there, but I could be crazy. I think during the Popcast on IPL, I think that K-Bot announced that that Hypernova probably would not be playing in Super Jump. I could be wrong, despite that sign up. And like you said, Fusion, 8 trillion people day before. I don't know what possesses people to wait 8 years. I don't know what that is, but like 20 minutes before sign up closes or 5 minutes after, they're like, wait, like like put me in there. So it's like I feel like we don't even know who's going to be there necessarily.
I'm actually very impressed that Milky Way and PXP are already
they're on
up.
time.
Well,
last time
I
had
somehow
something like
overlooked
this.
that.
Yeah.
The rarity.
Good for them.
Yeah,
very responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen tournaments go from like 10 to 40 players in the last like 2 hours before it like, happens. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's because a lot of us are now like college students, so procrastination is just in the blood. It's we're gonna wait till the last hour, guys. No biggie.
I'm grown as hell.
Yeah.
We can't be doing it. We have to, as soon as we know.
Not to.
Surely we all sign up. I don't know what this is with maybe that's the college in people, but please just surely just sign up. Just do it now.
Like every minute you wait. Every minute you wait to sign up is like another 10 minutes that like K-Bot or Roundy or Popgun needs to spend Googling your team.
Listen, I'll give them like the benefit of the doubt is we don't know if all 4 players are confirmed to go. Sometimes like people are just like, oh, super jump. Oh crap, that's happening. Are we all good? And then it turns out to be like maybe at the end of the day before, or like, okay, we'll sign up in the morning. So I'm not surprised it happens. That's the benefit of the doubt. But if you know you're going to be playing for like a week and you don't sign up,
they know. I feel like they know because I'm like, no way they find out that they're going to have their full roster ready 2 hours before the tourney. There's no way, like especially when there's days and like weeks out. Super Jump 6, like they're already doing promo. I think they've probably done promo for teams that won't even necessarily be there because there's just this kind of assumption that these are the people who are going to be competing. And then it's like, maybe 1 hour before, it's like, well, just turns out all of us have the opening that we're going to be signing up. And I think very unfortunately, that makes it a little bit difficult to discuss like who's going to do well and who isn't. Because I know especially as it pertains to Free Flow, I think that their full roster is not going to be competing at Super Jump. But I think that JJ, with an Adapt and a Prosper, they might be able to find a 4th and do something like that. Very go-coded for those who know. But yeah, I think we might be seeing a bit of like musical chairs here between some teams.
Yeah, it's like if you know your roster's playing, go sign up. You have no excuse. But if you don't know, then okay, maybe I'm watching you.
There's
That's
like
you who's watching right now.
Sign up right now. Do it.
Sign up.
We're looking at you.
Just stare at it. Just stare at them.
If you don't know, go in the Discord server and ping at everyone. At all team members in the server, are you all free for Super Jump and sign up, captains?
One extra team signed up.
Oh shit!
No way! It works.
This happens every time.
Inspiring the masses. They're
Discord chats that have a Start GG team join invite that have not been clicked.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I've seen
it's been sitting there for like 5 days. Click the link.
I can't tell you how many times I gotta remind someone to join a tournament link.
Yeah, dude. Every time I like go to LAN, I become like a team manager, and I'm like, all right, kids, click the Start GG link. Come on,
Everyone becomes K-Bot with a clipboard.
Yeah, literally. I did it last night for Riptide, but I wasn't even playing, by the way. And I was like, all right, guys, get in the team. Come on now, your pools are at this hour. Go get them. Team manager.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So sign up for Super Jump.
True.
We're watching you.
Yeah.
I have an idea because I think we're overdue for a tier list, right? We are definitely overdue.
Too long.
Oh, what are we making?
Yeah, what are we tier list?
I wanted to have a heated discussion about, once again, the map list from the NA League, but like specifically the map list here. Which ones are absolutely like dog water, and which ones do you think was like a good
version?
All right, everybody.
No,
Umami's not that bad.
Think about all modes. Any mode can be played on any map.
Tower and Rainmaker are egregious.
Okay, I take it back. I take it back.
Okay, that may be true.
Wow.
I may
literally.
agree with you on that.
Tower Crab Leg. Tower Crab Leg is pretty up there.
Tower Crab Leg is
We played
fine.
that once
What
in
are you
comp. We
talking
did.
about?
God.
We
I
played
think
it in
it's
comp at some
viable for
point.
certain things. I think it is kind of legal for some tourneys, but it's not fun. It doesn't feel good. That top right, it doesn't feel good to defend or push on. Like it feels horrible.
Crab
I love
Central.
Crab right on. I love
Yeah.
Crab Leg. I'm not gonna agree with anyone on this one.
What weapon do you
What
play?
weapon do you
just out of
play?
Yeah,
curiosity?
I'm like, you're getting bumped grade 1. What weapon? And you're just like, leader, what's the problem, guys?
I would play Nautilus. I play Nautilus.
What do you play? What?
I am a Nautilus one trick.
Okay, well,
Me when I
Okay,
don't
okay.
have to drop my charge to go on grates.
Slowly walking in your direction,
How,
able to
I wouldn't be
react to anything
swimming
you
across
do.
grates anyway.
yeah, I'm not much better because I'm a Charger player. Should I point to the?
Yeah, you have an
giant-
E-leader behind you in the
Let's go.
background. What are you complaining about?
See,
I play
get to
heavy
complain-
at it.
okay,
I want nothing to do with crab leg.
Yeah,
Oh, true.
listen, I've
It's a
done
very good
Crab Leg with
47
both
map.
Edit and Charger, and Charger's definitely better. It's okay with Edit, I guess. Not my favorite thing in the world.
you-
I don't. Do I have to
Hey,
say
don't-
anything
no.
about? Do I have
Wait.
to say anything about Urchin?
Do not
It's
put
okay.
Crab Leg in D. Crab Leg zones is peak. Crab Leg zones
I
is
want to
good.
say
Okay.
B. Put it in B. Put it in B. I think.
Yeah,
Is kind of
I
crazy.
think B is good.
B.
I think B is good. Yeah.
I'll tolerate B.
Okay, are we doing just the modes in the league, right?
C.
Or just the map, the stages in the league?
Wait.
We should all give like a yeah.
Can we, pause. Can we do one for like? Should we do it like per mode for tier list? Like should or
For
I
tier
think-
list? Yeah, you don't want for tier
No, I
list.
think that's too much.
Let's do 4 tier list, guys.
Overall, absolutely.
Overall, we're doing average.
Eh.
Let's see. Next is that's 4. I feel like crab leg should be like a C, but
I think
Okay.
a B. I think a B. Honestly,
We can do
it's
Haggle.
a pretty good map for what it is. Oh,
haggle.
A tier, S tier even. S
Haggle-
tier, may
Haggle-
I say?
Haggle Rainmaker we played at some point. It's a little cheesy.
It's whatever.
Haggle
Haggle
Tower,
clams
great.
is kind of fun.
Haggle-
Haggle Clams, weird, but okay, I guess.
It's like I don't know. It's fine.
I think it's
It's like
Crab
all of
Four?
them there.
My only
Tor
issue
four?
was haggle tower. I know it's legal, but it feels snowbally. It feels terrible to me.
Mm.
Every tower control map is snowbally. Let's be real though. Every single one.
Let's,
think
It's
It's
like
gotta be
I'm
a-
serious. I mean it. I
let's
stand
give
by
the
that
attacking
one.
team
that-
free special charge. Why not?
Yeah.
I
Gotta
think
be good
that
at
ship
defense
shape
for
tower
haggle,
plays
maybe.
very differently from like undertow tower. Like
They're
Yeah.
both incredibly snowbally still.
I don't
So,
think
like,
that undertow is snowbally. Not in my opinion. I think it's
I think
easy to
so.
contest.
So
Tower.
it's like
I don't think it's the best
Yeah.
tower map
Ooh.
by any
It
means.
depends.
It's certainly
I
not
think-
bad.
I think you can get the control the situation under control, and at a certain point in ship shape, like you're done. Like you're done in your rings. Like it doesn't matter if you have those strikes and you have a booyah ready. If it's on that third check, like you're done in
I
ship
feel
shape.
like
It's a little
I feel
rough.
like the third check is like the only place you can stop people,
On ship
right?
shape?
Like, yeah,
You have
I
to
feel
be like-
that's why every game is like team one pushes to the last check. All their push ends in the middle of the checkpoint. The other team pushes back, takes the checkpoint, and then knocks out.
That's what I
You
mean.
have-
I
Every
feel like
game goes like that. It happens
like the-
every time.
I think that the third check is the point of no return on ship shape. Once you
Yeah,
lose that
yeah,
third
for
check,
sure.
it's done. But I think on
over.
That's true.
undertow, once you get past that third check, I think you can still stop the tower, and that's like the difference.
It's still rough. I feel like every map after like second checkpoint is just kind of rough. TM.
Yeah,
In my opinion, it's like it is just some obviously some maps are going to be worse than others, but in general, like tower control is just past second checkpoint, great. There's like maybe like a 70% chance they're just going to knock out while they're at it. That's just tower control. Period.
I disagree, but maybe I'm a tower control defender. I think that some are like absolutely terrible, and like because I'm thinking about all of these, I think museum. I think it's doable. You have like a lot of like area on that plat to be able to like stop it. You know what I mean? I think the fact
I
that
don't know.
like, yeah, I think there are certain times where it's like I feel like even if you have strikes, you're like there is no hope. Like it's done. Versus some
this
other
might-
maps, but. Mhm.
this sounds crazy. I feel like the best overall map is Museum.
I think
Everybody hates
not all the
museum. I
not
don't
all the
agree.
museum game modes are like really good, but I feel like museum is really fun. Like,
I don't
Very
think I don't think
open,
any
very
of them are like, oh, game is over. They got on
Yeah.
the objective, we lose.
I think none of them are like the best map in the mode, but I feel like all of them are good.
Oh, chat. Are we
Tower
putting
is
it
maybe the
in
worst.
S? Hot take. Are we just putting
Like
it in S?
average,
Yeah.
it might be like an S tier average. I wouldn't
I
be
think
mad
Your
about that.
average.
I will say it's definitely a lot more open. Like that is museum has like the big problem of it being such an open map that it's kind of weird. I don't think it's an S tier just because of
I could go
that
A.
mid. I think A at max. The only awkward mode I'm thinking about is like tower. Tower feels awkward to play
Tower
because it
is
gets
bad.
really, really tight. That plat in
Oh,
general
yeah.
is a pretty tight space, and adding a whole thunk of geometry is like, oh god, this feels awful, Your Honor.
What about what
Well,
if
I
one of
don't
the
know, maybe I'm
teams
a tower
put the
defender.
Rainmaker in that one spot on a museum?
Okay.
On the
yeah,
top
I'll
8
have the
stream.
Rainmaker stall spot.
Like, I
That
think even
yeah,
a
that
stretch
probably
is a B
knocks it
tier.
down a bit.
Yeah.
I
It knocks
still
it
feel
down a
like
bit
it's
from
kind of
S to
annoying.
A.
Exactly. Perfect. See how this
Wait.
is gonna work is that there's gonna be nothing in S tier.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
think
say,
that's
oh,
right,
guys, what are we
yeah.
putting in S tier?
Because no
feel like
map
something
in this,
has
no
to go in
thing in
S
this game has 4 great
Mm-mm.
modes.
We
They
have
have
it there, so something has to go in it. Something has to be S
Yeah.
tier.
And
I think so.
Barnacle on dime, baby.
Camp
Absolutely
Triggerfish
not.
zones.
Sugarfish zones is crazy.
I think. Oh no. Well, what do we think about Undertow Spillway? My thing is that, like, believe it or not, my knock on Undertow, I think that Clam Blitz actually isn't that bad. Rainmaker standard, Tower is standard, Zones is pretty good. The only reason I actually think it would stay out of S is because of Turf, funny enough, because the place is just huge. So I feel like
Oh, that's true.
playing Turf, it's like your poor reflex player. Like, they are stuck in spots for like 2.5 minutes.
Oh god.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, Undertow Turf War is really interesting because spawn is gigantic. You have the entire like right side of your spawn. You can stay on high ground for a really, really, really long time. Dropping into mid can be like really scary. So I feel like there's gonna be some drama on that, and like at some point during the Nintendo events.
We're waiting
Yeah.
to see Twitter or Blue Sky. Preferably Blue Sky, not gonna lie, but
Yeah,
Real.
preferably Blue Sky.
And I'm waiting to block you. What?
yeah, you gotta watch out. Tuska's gonna get you. They're gonna get you.
What do we think, guys?
Yeah.
Where are we putting it? I think
Put it
is
in A.
it?
I think A is a good spot.
I think
yeah.
we should do the
Okay.
bit
A.
and
I think above.
Below.
Why?
I think we should do the bit and
It-
not put anything in S.
Listen, I have beef with Undertow personally, just because like every anchor
we
feels
start
mid
the
on
tier
the
at
map.
B.
You know what's so funny? Museum is my team's best mode, best map across all modes, and Undertow is one of our weakest, and I still want to put Undertow higher because I think it's objectively stronger.
Wait, I said museum. I meant Undertow. Undertow feels mid to play on. Sorry, did I say Undertow? Did I say museum? Which one did I say? I forgot. Don't
I think
question.
Undertow should be above it because I think that, like, its only true knock to me is Turf, and like, what's good on Turf? Which of these are we like, oh my god, the Turf?
Museum's like the same on Turf. It's literally just zones in another font. It was a Turf map. It's I say it might be Charger bias. I'm not gonna. I don't like Undertow as much. It's not a bad map. It's still a good map. I'm not gonna say otherwise, but I like Museum a little bit more.
Is it because in Museum you can kill someone on their own plat, and in Undertow, like, it's
I don't play leader on Museum. I don't play leader anymore in comp yet.
Oh my god.
So
yeah, keep it that way, please.
Wait, for an above or
I'm
below?
actually,
If you could
I'm
like
down
vote.
Above? I think museum should go above.
I'm above.
3
I
to
think Haggle
1.
should be
No.
at,
I am out.
Haggle should be at the top of A.
Haggle top of A.
I think you're right.
I don't agree.
Haggle.
Wow.
I agree. I
think-
agree hard.
Haggle-
I think Haggle
Haggle goes
power is
bottom
too
of A.
stuffed.
Bottom
Haggle
of
I
A.
think
Tower is
bottom
like
of
its
A.
second best mode.
Haggle lets everyone function at a much more even ground than all of the other maps. Minus Macklemore. I think Macklemore may be the only one that could rival it, but it feels weird on some of the
Oh,
other modes.
yeah.
Hagglefish is literally just everyone exists. Thumbs
Macklemore,
up.
okay.
And
Mako Rainmaker is good, but we're not talking about that map yet. So
Girl.
I don't know.
that map is fun. Okay, anyway, Hagglefish Market. Hagglefish Market.
Hagglefish is like top A. Dare
Top
I
A.
say S?
A
Like I
minus.
think it's the
A
only
minus.
S
Oh my
that I
God.
will take.
There's no.
I'm sorry. I'm a Hagglefish
Okay.
enjoyer. This is putting
No,
the
but, like,
hallway
it's
aside. I've
funnier.
played
It's
edit
funnier.
and
Would
10.
you
Okay, let's put it in the middle of A.
Right in the center.
I think Haggle
Top.
is.
It's on the top
one.
row, bro. It's CKK.
You know, this
Okay.
this tier list is going to end up like the maps. We're gonna get like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse in A tier, and then every other map's gonna be like D tier. You know, like Rainmaker, Undertow, Zones, Mako Mart, Tower Control. Well, there's no Inkblot. Inkblot isn't gonna be an A tier, but
Oh,
like you know,
Inkblot.
every mode has that one map that everyone has played like 10 million times.
Speaking of
Inkbot has the
Inkblot,
literal.
Inkblot Tower.
Yeah, it's Inkblot Tower,
Tower's
Rainmaker,
fine.
I like
Undertow,
Inkblot
Zones,
Tower.
Mako, and
That's
I don't
one
know
of
what the
them,
Clan
yeah.
Blitz one would be.
Ink-
The
Dude, Inkbot Art
Um,
Academy is just like it has a museum problem, but worse. Like you
more
think
like
the museum open
Stinkblot
space is
Fart
bad.
Academy.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's literally it.
wait a second. Inkblot Zones just absolutely, to me, torpedoes it into like hell. Because any Zones map that has
Yeah.
like a huge center stack, because at least Museum, it's a spinner, right? So it's like
POV,
annoying,
you're
but it's
pushing back on
doable.
Inkblot.
Yeah, like I want to die.
Inkblot Tower is peak. Inkblot Claims is like pretty okay.
Exactly.
Inkblot Rainmaker is mid, and Inkblot Zones is atrocious.
Makes me want to.
So I feel like a C is like kind of average because it has like one really good mode and then one
Yeah.
kind of good one,
I'm
and then the
inclined to
rest are
agree.
like bad or
It's
mid.
good, but I think Inkblot Zones is a lot better than Inkblot Rainmaker. Because Inkblot
It could
Rainmaker
be a
has
B.
that entire pit, like they designed that for you to like sit there and camp, and while the entire crowd.
Oh yeah,
Chance.
no, Inkblot
Fuck
Zones
this
is
game
probably
mode.
no.
I feel like
Okay.
What's the next official one after that? These are wild choices that they picked. Inkblot is so wild to me. I'm like, 3 of these are like not viable.
Make 'em Art. Let's do Make 'em Art. So
There's just not mode.
Hey.
There's not stages with like 4 good modes.
okay,
It
Make 'em
doesn't
Art.
happen.
Make 'em Art Zones is peak. Make 'em Art Tower is really good.
I will be
Make 'em
right
Art
back.
Clamps is like Make 'em Art
Okay.
Clamps is mid, but we play it anyway. Make 'em Art Rainmaker is fun. It is
It's
fun.
okay. It feels really weird.
That map
like
is
the problem I have
pretty
with Mako,
good.
it's
Mako Mart
weird.
Rainmaker
Just take the
makes me
Rainmaker
want to
left.
not do the rotation.
Just take
Yeah,
the
I'm
Rainmaker
like-
left and it's fun. Like I feel like that map is not that bad to defend on. It's like it's fun to push on. Like it's Mako Mart, so it's like the geometry is good. Maybe I'm just biased because I enjoy playing it, but like
It feels awkward to
map is
play. It
okay.
feels like there's no flow.
feels-
That's the
especially
problem I have
because-
with it.
You're coming from like top left, your spawn point, and I hate that. I hate it.
the spawn
Like,
point is
for some reason,
weird. I will say.
the spawn point's weird. I feel like the geometry, Mako Mart, I don't know. I think it doesn't play well on it, and maybe that has something to do with the fact that obviously when you're on Rainmaker, you're holding the Rainmaker, and there's like so many stacks that you have to swim up. So I feel like it feels
Maybe.
terrible that like you're kind of defenseless swimming up all these stacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think there's just like too many problems, and I hate clams because I hate it. I hate clams here, but I love tower and zones.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I have to agree.
I
Like
think
it's
A.
just it doesn't feel like it flows very well. I don't think Rainmaker Mako like because every other mode in Mako feels like it has a flow to it. Like you can play the game and feel good about it, but like Mako is
Okay.
just like
I
on
will say-
Rainmaker, it's like why
I
does
think
it feel like
mid
that? It doesn't feel great.
mid and Mako Mart Rainmaker is really weird. But like the like plats, like when you're pushing the Rainmaker, I think those areas are really well designed. So
I think
Like,
a
once you-
plat.
I
like once
had
you're
a
in those
really good.
stages-
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No,
Once
I
you're in those
interrupted.
stages of the game, it's really fun. At least to me, I feel like I enjoy playing that mode.
I had such a
I-
good time with Rainmaker Mako in Splatoon 2, and I don't in this game. And it feels like they made things bigger, including, I think, maybe particularly badly or particularly like difficult is like, when you push up the left side, you go to the block, you make the jump over. There, I think there's a checkpoint there on Rainmaker. And then there's a wall that typically, like if it were zones or something, well, not if it were zones, but like you would see like a charger sit up there, but you can climb up there as the attacking team, and then suddenly as the attacking team you have the high ground.
But I think that's
And
fun. I feel like it's
I
like
think
a
it's
risky
fun,
play
but it
'cause
also can make
it's,
it like really
vulnerable.
snowbally to the point where like
A little bit.
You're
Yeah.
getting spawn camped.
I think you have to like be preemptive on like defending that one, but if you are, it's not that bad.
I will
'Cause
also
you do have to
posit-
like make so many jumps, so it's really risky for the Rainmaker.
it is pretty risky.
tier.
Yes.
I think
I'm not-
Mako Mart is also fun on turf.
Yes.
I feel
I
like
can't-
what
I can't provide any input on the tier 4 maps.
I'm
to
thinking
agree.
just about like what's in rotation if I'm playing Splatfest, and I feel like when Mako Mart is one of the places for Splatfest, I definitely like have a lot of fun, especially if I'm on like Tri-Slosher. I mean, Tri-Slosher is just like good in a place like Mako Mart, but I feel like playing AoE, like I think part of it comes from the fact that like Turf War obviously is about painting, but the weapons that do well are AoE weapons, which tend to not paint as well. So I think there's like a lot of fun in terms of like getting those splats, but like not painting well and taking the stacks and stuff like that. So I actually really love Mako Mart. So I feel like, at least for me, Rainmaker notches it down a bit, and it makes me sad because I love Mako Mart. But what are we thinking? B tier?
I think B tier just because of
B
Rainmaker
sounds
alone.
good. Yeah. The other
I
three
think-
modes are
yeah.
great.
Oh yeah, like I'm
um,
like Clambots on Macklemore is all right. It feels a little stuffy.
I have a really
but
good
it's-
time playing on it.
I'm so
I think
sorry.
it's fun.
Yeah, I agree. I'm like, but again, this is a
condolences
charging
to
perspective.
them.
I could just shoot people dead from like the
Above-
right stack and be like,
Oh, above or
above.
Oh, you're standing
I love
on the
crab
wall
legs.
Crab
on
legs
the rail.
That's a fat one, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, God. Man, I think
Umami.
I think the like surprise factor of this tournament is going to be Inkstorm on Turf War. I think we're gonna see
Oh.
Inkstorm on Turf War. They buffed Inkstorm so it's bigger, and you can paint with the entirety of Inkstorm on a lot
Oh,
of
that's
maps.
good news for me.
Wait, guys, I have a question though. Obviously, we're going to see reflexes. Do you think we're going to be seeing V-Flux or Milk?
I think a decent amount of milk.
Is that-
'cause I
that's the
think
Booyah
because
one, right?
It's survivable. It has
Yeah.
Booyah Bomb. Like, and I like HP specials have always been really, really good.
Just put the
Interfor,
missiles in the bag.
Like for keeping you alive and like, because like the one rule of turf is basically don't die in the last 30 seconds.
Mhm.
So like, I think Milkflux having that like a more survivable kit will make it like stronger. I don't
I
think
will
the missiles
say-
are like the best special in the world. Like they're
If
good,
it's-
obviously, but
If it's like an undertow though, and you get missiles, like that reflux that like
Yeah.
painted its hole, and you missile the people who are on spawn, now they have to spend time like painting over that, and that's like time that you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I
and
feel like that
using
could be useful.
using those painting specials with like 10 seconds left in the game is huge. Like it's such a big
Mhm.
swing, right? I feel like you can't not play like a missile weapon or like a big painting special, which I guess would have to be missiles or rain, right?
You
You know what I'm really curious about?
Yeah.
I'm really curious. So you know how pen exists for cooler just to make things faster, right?
Yeah,
I
rain
wonder if
pen.
we'll get any red pens. Yeah, I really
Yeah,
want to see.
I was
rain
thinking
pen,
that
'cause thing
too.
combos itself. Yeah, I feel it could be really cool because it's like it paints a lot. It could still kill if it feels like it. If,
Red pen zap.
you know, if you feel
Red
silly.
pen
Red
zap
pen-
crab.
pen
I don't
Zapping's
even. I'm
real?
not even worried
People
about
would
cooler. If you play your
rather-
cards right at the end, I think you can live without the cooler. If I'm being honest, and opt for like a special to help you hold instead. If you have good control of how you're playing the game, but I could see cooler still being a good option. That's
Yeah.
my personal opinion.
I think the issue here is that in Turf War, when, like you said, Fern, you're just like, we can't wipe in the last few seconds or else we're like GGing ourselves. you're really gonna want to be cool. If you wipe, like you're gonna want to be coolered in that final 30 seconds to come back, and that could be the difference between like winning the game or not. So I don't think any team is going to like risk. Honestly, I've been seeing people go like, I feel like we could see like dapples. I don't believe in that. People going dapples for their cooler option instead of a pencil, but I think everyone's gonna.
I think at least when I've seen dapples in the past, it's been like as a double cooler sort of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like pen and the dapple cooler. So like you constantly have jumps back in and the dapple can like die with cooler, still have their own cooler, and then like toss it down after they die for a second like chance to push in.
Honestly, not unlike speaking of maps, Urchin. I feel like people just kind of hang up the pencil, and you've seen a lot more teams just going dapples for their cooler option, unlike an Urchin, because of just, I mean, everything is happening. Everything happens so much on Urchin, like everything is everywhere. And I think a pen is a bad choice. And at least for me on edit, it feels horrible. And it feels horrible on Urchin. So I feel like I could see them saying, well, it's zones and we don't want someone who's like stationary. So not going double cooler. We're just going to be like, you can get your picks and also have cooler, I guess. Maybe.
I have so much beef with Urchin. It's literally the anti-line of sight. Like, it's the anti-line of sight map. Like, crab is ass, pen is ass, edit is ass. Like, half of these weapons feel like shit. And I'm like, okay, sure.
Put it in the map right now.
Yeah,
Put it in the
Get it out of here. I have
Imagine
so much the map because it feels like a gimmick. It feels like a gimmick map. It's like, yeah, we just brought out a Splatoon 1 map. Have fun. And I'm like, great, it doesn't feel good.
Maybe people will actually use like the top left and the right drop into mid on turf war because I haven't seen them used like ever.
Yeah, put it in D. Put it in D.
Put it in D. We hate Urchin.
Like, I think the only thing that's like remotely playable on Urchin is zones, and everything else makes me feel like. Wait, people can counterpick Clam's Urchin.
Mm-hmm.
Does that not put the fear of God in your heart?
I don't think I've ever played that map. Maybe
go
once.
to throw a touchdown. A grade in front of you.
It is so impossible. Like that. It's like what is it called? It's like mincemeat clams. Like, and
it's worse.
It's worse. It's genuinely
worse. It's genuinely worse.
You remember Gobi?
Don't even do not speak of when I was there when it was written. No.
It's so me in tears. It's so ass. Like,
it's so
even Rainmaker feels terrible too. Like, oh, it's just all bad. Like getting to the other the spawn of the other team just feels so terrible and bad. I can't imagine like I'm getting counterpicked and I'm like, okay, what are we going? Are they going to be silly and pick turf? And then they clam blitz Urchin underpass us.
Well, we'd have like to choose like clam blitz, and then they would choose Urchin and then like completely screw us over. So like, honestly, they have to choose Urchin.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The least polarizing option might just be turf war.
People are like Urchin, and
you're
like,
game and you pick turf war, and they're like, well, fuck.
Oh yeah.
Can we all like gentlemen to agree to just don't look at Urchin? Can we all just gentlemen say, unless you're like fighting a leader team, then like sure, do whatever you want. But like other than that, can we all just like agree not to use Urchin?
Actually, the way it works is that you pick the mode first. So you gotta pick the mode, and then you're at the mercy of the map.
It's the winning team picks the mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the losing team picks the stage.
Yeah, I think so. I think that is the rule. That is nasty. It's nasty behavior.
That's pretty rough because you pick Rainmaker, you could get taken to Rainmaker Umami. You pick Tower, you could get taken to like Humpback Tower.
To Mincemeat Tower.
Yeah, I mean,
well, Humpback Tower is fun for me because I play Flash Blaster. So.
Oh no,
I know you are.
Blaster gang.
But if other people are like, it's terrible, I'll concede. Is it good? No.
I don't.
Am I having fun? Yes.
You get to be a rat with like the
not Ramen tower control. Ramen tower control is underrated.
Is
Ramen
ramen one of the
in the
choices?
list. It is not in the list, unfortunately.
which is
Okay.
honestly, I'm not that mad about. Ramen zones is mid.
I'm mad about it. Why is Urchin Underpass here?
Can we get
We need
Robo
the new
Ramen at that?
stage.
No, you're so right. You're
He
actually
wants
so
to
right
feel
because
included.
I'll take Manta over Urchin, by the way, if that helps at all. And I hate Manta.
Oh, yeah.
I'll blow Manta
I would-
too.
Manta is like the best splashdown map in the game. I will gladly take that.
Okay, Nautilus.
Literally, anytime I'm commentating and someone's on Nautilus, I'm like, are we seeing a gold knot? Chat, what do we think? What do we think?
Chat?
On that map, literally the best splashdown spot in the game is on that map. will-
In that choke on left.
Top mid.
No, it's on over bunker wall. You can splash down
yeah.
from bunker to street.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
The second best one is on Flounder.
Can we bring back Tensa Jr. and Foil Squeezer, but the cool Foil Squeezer that killed you in 0.5 seconds?
Wait, you already have bubble on your junior though.
The one with bubble blower.
I
You
want
can
to
shoot the bubble. I miss shooting the bubbles over bunker wall on Manta. That was a favorite. But
Clams
gone.
humpback pump track.
we used to play that. That was a
We
map.
did.
A
We
map
used to
in
play that,
comp.
yeah.
We used to be a society.
We used to be a society. I used to watch Swisher
Hey,
push
honestly-
through mid towards the basket with Tentabrella on
It
humpback
could be
clam.
worse.
I'm just a humpback hater,
not
not
the
gonna
worst
lie.
case.
Wait,
Yeah.
but guys, I feel like Turf War humpback pump track, like I feel like watching that would be fun.
That's actually
Just ring around the Rosie.
it's really interesting because you can ring around the Rosie. It's all flat all the way around, so you can just run in a circle. So you have to be like really mindful. There's no like safe side of the map to hold on.
World's
Yep.
2024 semis were decided by Turf War humpback pump track. Like the Jackpot versus Kaiser Worlds match
Oh,
was
that's right.
decided by Turf War humpback pump track.
I forgot about that. I was in Japan watching that. I remember that. No, that was hype. I genuinely, I think that was in my brain thinking like, oh, that's going to be fun because I remember watching that and just being
Most
like, oh my.
hype- That was the most hype match of Turf War humpback I've ever seen in my life. That will ever be played.
Yeah,
And it
where
might
are we
happen
putting it?
again.
Because
Oh,
B
it's mid.
tier.
Put it in B.
At
Put it in B.
max. Put it in
B.
B. I think
But
B. I hate this map,
what
by the way. I have a
else is B? Where's
hatred
it?
for this map too.
Okay, leader
does
player.
it go in between?
I don't
the
even
two?
play later anymore.
B. Put it in B.
Bottom,
No, do not
bottom,
put it
bottom,
above this.
bottom, bottom,
Bottom,
bottom.
bottom,
Thank you.
bottom.
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 It's
Bottom.
better than crab
Yeah,
leg.
No, yeah,
Oh,
put it
my
under
God.
bottom.
Over
Bottom.
crab leg.
No, no,
Bottom.
put it under crab leg.
Bottom. Bottom.
Bottom.
Bottom.
Put it
Crab
under
leg is not fun on
Bottom.
turf. It gets extra
Bottom.
for being fun on turf.
bottom.
Okay, that's
Okay, think about a hype crab leg.
Why are you point flipping?
We must
You're
leave it.
3v1
No,
in
I-
this.
Wait,
It's
3v1?
literally 3v1.
I'm going to do
I can't count. I can't count. I can't
Listen,
count.
We literally thank you. Anyways.
Okay.
Ridiculous. Crab leg sucks a fat one. There's nothing fun or interesting about crab leg. Nobody's hyped to see a crab leg game ever.
I'm hyped. I love crab leg.
To watch crab leg? You like watching a crab leg game?
No, Genesis 9 was decided by crab leg Rainmaker.
And it's
And
not
that was
hype.
hype.
No, there is
This
no
page is not in the
hype.
Bible.
That was interesting.
So we didn't rate Barnacle and Diamond Umami
On
yet.
crab
Those are
leg,
our
you
last
get to
two, right?
watch people forget the checkpoint.
Oh my god, yeah, that oh my god. That was so bad. No, go back! Go back!
Go back.
I've seen it happen.
Barnacle and Dime has no haters. I'm dead. Zones.
I
True.
like Barnacle and Dime
The
a
fact
little bit,
that
actually.
Zones is legal to me is crazy.
I think
It
I
makes
agree.
sense.
It's illegal.
I agree. I think it's not good. I think it's better than bad.
I would
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
I don't like it, but I will
It's
play it.
I have to play it. It's legal for like every tourney.
I'll pick it up in museum any day of the week.
That is true. That is very
Zones?
true.
Museum
Yeah.
zones, yeah.
Clam Blitz is
yeah,
also
honestly,
alright. I like Clam
it's
Blitz too.
I would agree. Clam Blitz is good on this map. It's like kind of the
It's
kind
pretty
of
right.
map, I
Clams
feel
is
like.
good. I think that
It's like the
Splat Zones
default
is so
Clams map.
egregiously bad that
Shout out.
like
It's okay.
I think it deserves like to be Like, yes. I think it's
When it's literally like the same. Usually Clams is good, but then like it has like the same layout of zones. So I don't.
no, but
I don't know.
the gameplay is so different.
But you're not
because-
pushing through the middle of the map. You're like pushing into the spawn.
exactly.
We can figure
Like-
it out. It's
No,
we can figure. It's not the worst. It could be worse. It could be worse.
I don't think the lockout could be worse on Barnacle and Dime. I don't think it could be. I think it's like
Shit, you're
the
right. The
worst in the
lockout.
game. That's my problem
Okay.
with zones. I don't think it should be turning legal because I think the lockout is so vicious. The fact that you have to take 3 fights, you have to like, you're in your spawn, you have to take your court, then you have to take your plat, and then you need to fight again to get it into mid. And it's so huge that like if the ticker's at 15, you lost the game. It doesn't matter. Like you just physically, even if you wiped them, you physically have no time to get into mid and like take the zone back. And I feel like that's like, I don't understand why we stand for that, to be honest.
I think, yeah, I agree. Like it takes multiple pushes to really get back like the middle of Barnacle and Dime, and I think it's less okay on zones because the enemy team is scoring points while you're trying to get back in. Right?
Yeah.
On Clam Blitz, if you win one
Everyone's
fight,
just
they're not
everywhere.
scoring points anymore. So
Exactly. That's like my problem is like the lockout's so nasty, and 9 times out of 10 you're not being locked out in clams. If you're being locked out in clams, like you have bigger problems.
well, yeah.
Yeah. Umami
Oh,
has
and
the same
turf
problem.
must suck. Barnacle and Dime turf? That sounds
Probably
horrible.
not good, no. Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine that being bad.
I haven't played it. I couldn't say.
I
It's
also
just
probably have
big,
not played
you know
it.
what I mean? I feel like the reflex is just stuck in spawn for like 10 years, painting the entire thing.
There isn't even that
in-
much like turf in
Put it in C.
spawn.
Put it in
Yeah,
C.
there's, like,
Barnacle.
glass
That's
and-
part of the problem. I think like if there was more turf and spawn on Barnacle, you could paint enough to get specials to break out of a lockout, but it's pretty tiny.
It's tiny.
Yeah.
You gotta like drop in order to do anything. Like,
Yeah.
That's true. You have. Yeah.
I think.
Low.
I think below.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
think,
both
I don't have a
maps are,
huge
like,
opinion on
both Inkblot and like Inkblot has like the standard tower control map, and like Barnacle is like the standard clams map. So, but all the rest of them are kind of mid. But I feel like Barnacle zones is kind of more play like than Inkblot zones. So I think it maybe should go above.
I can see that because I think that other than, in my opinion, other than zones, I think that everything else is like pretty playable for Barnacle and Dime. Like Rainmaker is not like too horrible because everybody has to like go to the front, so people tend to, I don't know. You can still kind of get locked out in Rainmaker. Like the team can kind of spawn camp you while like their Rainmaker is just like kind of doing its thing. I don't know. I don't have a strong enough opinion between these twos. I feel like they have their positives and their negatives, both of them. So it's
I wish you could put them on top of you. Wait. Heads
Overlap them.
ink blot. Heads ink blot. Heads ink blot. Heads ink blot. Wait, no. Okay, no, that doesn't count. Heads ink blot. Tails.
That doesn't count. Hey. What?
Heads
feel like
ink blot. Tails.
we're getting in
Vertical.
the NA spirit, the NA League spirit with the coin flip.
Oh yeah.
Oh, heads.
Exclamation
You got
mark,
it. You
coin
got
flip.
it.
All right.
best of 7.
Now you pick the mode. I think we just have like umami left. No?
Yeah. Bottom left is sitting there. That silly little thing. I hate its lockout, by the way. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't like being locked
It's
on
pretty
Umami.
bad.
Yeah.
This map
Sometimes
on
it's like
on clams, well, I don't know. It's really fun to like be in neutral on and like be in advantage on. It's so not fun to be in disadvantage.
Crab tank problematic.
Oh, it's a crab tank map.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think,
Like lockout on this map is just so not like enjoyable.
Brutal. And like getting out of
There-
that choke can just be so hard.
dare I say I prefer to be locked out in Barnacle and Dime than Umami.
I would kind of agree. I feel like you can just like dump stuff on the like at least now we have like a good left drop on Barnacle. Like
I
on
would
this
kind of
map,
agree too. That said, like I think you can get specials a lot easier on Umami, and like once a crab
Yeah.
tank or like a bubble runs out, people kind of have to back up. Whereas like on Barnacle, there's that whole corner in your like base on the top right where they can back up and still be like above you.
Yeah. I think that like Umami, I mean they both feel pretty ass. But I think that at the very least, yeah. Well, like you said, Fusion, I think that like you have access to a bit more paint. And a lot of it kind of has to do with like your retake specials also. Because like for example, I'm thinking about if you pop a Zuka and you're just able to like wipe the other team, I feel like I feel better after popping that Zuka and getting a quad on Umami. I feel like safer and better about it than I do on Barnacle and Dime. Because I feel like it's very possible that like I get there and I meet them and they're like already there. You know what I mean? They've already scaled back into mid and I didn't get my plat back and now I don't know. So this shit is so ass. So it's like apples and oranges. Because like, but you know, that's like mostly so. Well, kind of clamps too. I mean, Umami just like it just doesn't feel great. I'm thinking about Umami Tower. I don't know.
I like
It's just kinda
Rainmaker
ass.
on Umami. I like Rainmaker on Umami because the pain will end soon.
You see the ends in sight.
The checkpoint is in move. It's right there.
It's so
Not on
ass.
the Reddit. Not on the
Oh my
Reddit.
God.
Sure is so ass.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe if we
I love that image.
kindly complain, the critique kindly on social media. Maybe next
Angry.
time around, Nintendo will be a little bit more thoughtful about the choices of the maps because where are we putting Umami? Probably are we putting it in D?
I like get it. I get it, right? Because they're
What
not
is it?
they're not going to be like, okay, we're playing on zones on this map and tower on this map, but not Rainmaker. And so, you know, because there's a lot of people entering this tournament as like their first tournament, and people are going to be like, why are you doing this? So they're like, let's keep it simple for people, and keeping it simple.
Mhm.
It doesn't make it like the most fun for everyone.
Here's
you
the
know?
thing.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think that they should do like normal tourneys and be like, oh, clams on this and this. I think I actually agree with the fact that they're like, these are the maps. And then also it makes counterpicking not as
Yeah.
diseased. Like people say, well, oh, that's not on clams and you just have to pick, these are the maps you have available. Those are the modes. And so you're not having to like look at the head ass chart that tells you what's legal for what. But at the same time, I think like, you know, maybe why do we have an urchin underpass when we can have a robo ramen? And sure, you get tower robo ramen, but I think that there are some of these where it's like you can have one mode that's kind of dodgy and not great, but the rest are pretty strong, versus like there's one legal thing and the rest are just diseased and terrible.
Yeah, I feel like, by the way, Umami is totally better than Urchin. Put it at the top of
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
feel like-
Actually,
Thank you.
can you put urchin in Shadow Realm? Can we
Oh
have
yeah.
Shadow Realm?
Blow it up.
I just realized I'm gonna have to go 2 months without playing Ship Shape or Mahi, and that's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, honestly, well, people
Oh, no, no,
don't
no,
like
Mahi.
people
I
don't like
adore
Mahi Rainmaker.
Oh,
No, not
Mahi
Rainmaker.
zones.
Clams.
I mean Mahi zones, but like
I like Mahi clams. I like
yeah,
it.
Ship Shape zones, Ship Shape Tower, Mahi zones.
It's all right.
I love those maps. Those are Nautilus maps. I'll be sad. But at the same time, no ramen
Rainmaker.
zones, so we're popping off.
Wouldn't that be camp though? Ship Rainmaker. I think it's so funny how the checks are like 2 steps away from each other.
It's
Pretty
so funny.
funny.
They really are so close. Like we're playing tower control with the Rainmaker at that point.
Yeah, I'm like, it's camp. You don't get it. It's camp.
I have a
Yeah, I
question. What map would theoretically be S tier? Like, I have to
Nothing.
know.
I don't know if there is.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, let's
Wait.
combine two maps to create the ultimate map.
I think
Okay. Mahi zones.
the
You can,
Like
you can
the
only
ultimate
combine. You
map.
can
I
only
think
combine two,
Oh, only 2. Okay.
right?
I think Halcofish might be one
I think
of them.
Robo
not-
Ramen, Robo
Makomart.
Ramen and Haggle. Well, no,
Makomart
No,
is
'cause we
one
need
of
the
them.
Rainmaker.
So you need
and-
one
it
that's
should be
good
something
on like
that like
Rainmaker
yeah.
and like clams or something, right?
Yeah, we need a good
Or
Rainmaker and
Rainmaker.
Tower.
Makomart and
Undertow, I think, is our only Rainmaker and Tower one.
Makomart and Undertow. I feel
Well-
like
Oh,
low key Makomart and Undertow is probably the pick.
For what, like
we're looking for
Mako for
clam-
zones,
Mako-
clams,
Mako
and then
zones
and Mako
Undertow,
clams.
Tower,
Oh, wait.
Rain.
there's gotta
No,
be
it would have to
something
be Mako would be like zones and tower.
Oh, Tower.
And then
Mako would be.
But then you
some-
need rain clams, and that's a hard combination.
rain
Yeah.
clamps would be museum, I feel like.
Wait,
Oh,
museum. Your brain's so big.
wait. Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, bro. It's actually
Okay,
kind of big.
Makomart in the
Hold on.
museum.
Literally. What was
Okay,
that? Museum
I feel
and-
crazy. I feel like
Makomart?
Rainmaker and Clamblets Museum are the same map. Just like
It
they're
kind of
the
is.
same map.
They are.
They're
They're
They
good.
kind
It's
of
a
are.
good map.
I'm crying. That is so funny. You're like third eye opened.
Those two maps are
Right,
legal, so I can't drag
yeah.
it up there. But...
Fern going crazy.
I know the Nautilus maps.
Fine,
I love Spinner.
I'll just leave it as
um,
there is no
like,
S
I
tier.
You're
love
like Manta Maria.
museum.
Ooh, Manta
No,
Maria.
God. Manta Maria is fun. It does not have good map modes. Maybe Rainmaker.
I like Rainmaker and clams.
Rainmaker, yeah.
What's wrong with clams? Is clams bad?
Clams is fine.
I like clams.
It's okay.
Wait, just like museum. Rainmaker clams.
Yeah, I feel like museum is better though.
Oh, and honestly, Zones is fine on Manta Maria too. No chat.
It's okay. It's all right. I can accept it, kind of ish.
Tower's
Like,
annoying, but I think
it
it's
feels
Okay,
doable.
E-leader.
It's just weird. No, I don't like. I don't
Um,
like Umami all too much. Like, I guess I don't know.
I never want to play Umami.
Sorry.
Ever.
Manta Zones is okay at most. I'm just like, it feels weird to break out and get back in. It's
I actually think all four. I think you're right. Getting back into mid can be a little bit annoying from your spawn, especially if everybody starts to like push up. But I think that all four are pretty okay. Like if I get Manta Maria and any of those, it could be perhaps. That's what I've got. It could be perhaps because I play heavy edit, and it's a Splatling map. But I think all of them are like pretty playable and they don't feel too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because I've also
I
played.
didn't pick Manta Maria, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we can't pick mana, sadly.
We can't pick Manta. Well, I guess we'll never know.
We'll
I
do
think I'll keep reading
gentlemen's
outside.
to whatever
We, like,
and tell
never get
Nintendo
rain
we played
here, so
something
I'm kinda
else.
like,
Why did I look
Congratulations.
outside?
You're like a couple states out. You're not even here.
That's how
It's
you know
like-
it's late.
Oh yeah, I think it's raining. How? Hey, do you guys mind if I run outside real quick? I just like take the camera with you. I'm not taking it, guys. It's like a yeah. Why'd you look out too? Wait, I have a window. I can just no. It's actually like covered by like 3 things. It's already dark. I have to open the door.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah, sorry.
Can I take a look at that tier list again, real
Oh yeah,
quick?
sure. Pull up the tier list.
Because I want to see how like well Nintendo did. Okay, but
There is
honestly,
no S tier.
this is pretty solid. There's no S tier. There's one
This is
Shadow
funny.
Realm, but
We gotta-
I'll give it to them in that. I feel like Shadow Realm, they're like, oh, it's the newest one, let's keep it fresh. They were very wrong to do this.
I need to DM this to Shadow.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
this is pretty A and B heavy, so maybe, we have to give it to them
Yeah,
that.
it's
Honestly, when I
not
saw
bad.
the maps, what did you guys think? Because when I saw
They
the
did-
maps, I was like,
okay,
for the
they
most
picked-
part, I was like,
They
these
picked
are good.
good maps. That's the
They
thing. It
picked
feels
good
like
maps.
it feels like they're in tune, but like they had to go with some rule set that was simple, and so they picked the one they did. I don't know.
Yeah.
They
There's no,
picked,
like,
they picked the right
mincemeat in
map
there.
for the job, It's just
I think
like
this is the best they could have done. Yeah.
No, I think they could have done better. Maybe
Like, for what it was,
Like,
for what it was,
okay,
for what
which
it is
map?
right
Which
now,
map?
this
What
is
are we
probably
putting
some of
in?
the best they could have done. Oh, umami, we got to get rid of that. Maybe actually, yeah, you're right. It's umami. Yeah,
Like-
fucking get rid of it.
I
What
think
are we
the fact
putting
that
in?
we
Dude, oh, that's urchin. Sorry.
What are we putting in
Okay.
instead? What are we putting in instead?
I don't
Probably Manta.
I think Manta, right?
Yeah, I was thinking Manta.
Or I think that even though Robo Ramen Tower is like scuffed, I think it's like better than Umami or Urchin. Like I think there are a few of these that they definitely could have replaced with more well-rounded maps. Maybe these like play poorly in turf, and so they're like, well, we don't want to do that. But I think generally speaking, they could have said eel tail, mincemeat, like Marlin Airport. Like they could have just made it like
they could have put Sturgeon in there. They could have screwed us over.
yeah, they could have been
Yeah, they could've.
infinitely way worse. There's no Lumeria. I think on turf would have been a nightmare. And everything else. Imagine
Brine water.
competitive Rainmaker.
Oh God, brine water.
Lemuria.
Oh.
Oh, don't even get me so. If
Hey,
it was
wait.
Lemuria, I think I would have killed myself. I can't even lie.
Rainmaker Lemuria
I'm
is
out.
like
I'm gone.
so funny though.
No.
No, Lemuria is so funny. I love
Lemuria-
like just
Rainmaker
dying with the
Lemuria is really
Rainmaker,
funny
and then the
because-
Rainmaker just gets moved up to
Yeah,
like
it gets
10
moved.
points.
Like the Rainmaker pushes itself on that map. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. What am I here for? Like me, the backline
Yeah.
picking up. I'm like, I think the stage they got that.
that map's fun. Like the Lemuria modes where you have to push onto plat are fun because like I like fighting there. Like the one where you're in mid all the time, that sucks. But like I'm not the big anyway. Lemuria zones, honestly, Lemuria is not that bad. It's kind of sucks in the leader.
Oh, I couldn't disagree more. I have all the heat for Lemuria. I think as much as like Lemuria is a free flow map, but at least for me, I think Zones is the only playable version, and I hate anything that has like people running in each other's plats. But we don't have to worry about that because they didn't pick it. Thank God. So luckily, that's the problem for people playing open, I guess.
That's a them issue, not a me issue.
I will not be playing that rotation.
Yeah, me neither. I have such a grudge against Lemuria. It's like a worse Skipper Pavilion. Ugh.
I feel like it's like a worse like Kelp Dome. Well, actually, no, it's a better Kelp Dome.
It's just like 8 square miles. Like, come on.
Helptone if it were an entire city.
It's too
Like,
big. I mean,
Um,
it's a big train station.
yeah.
Yep, it's big.
That's all we
Wow.
got. That's all it's got to it. It has a cool aesthetic. That's all it has going for it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's like what's the one that has garden, like the asymmetric one? Is that what you were saying, the Skipper? Yes, Skipper.
Skipper
Yeah, you're
Pavilion
right.
was symmetrical, just
It
from it
is.
was just like not on
Yeah.
opposite sides. It was
Yeah, you're right.
you
It
know,
is.
same side.
It is honestly. It's probably a better Skipper Pavilion. I feel like that map was weird.
I hate
I'm-
both of them.
I
love
miss
Skipper.
Skipper Pavilion. It was such a unique, cheesy, stupid map that was very fun.
We had two mids.
It wasn't good. It was fun. I had a great time.
It had two mids, dog. It was so funny. It was so silly. Also, it was probably the most gorgeous Splatfest map.
Yes, it had the best place for drip picks.
Yes, thank you. Like
S tier
I'm on my
instantly.
favorite stick. Can we get a Skipper Pavilion image in there? Just Photoshop one in there, just for us.
Dang. Do it
That
in
is its own
post.
tier Skipper.
But yeah. I think that's all we
Yeah.
Boy.
So I think we didn't get to as much super jump as I think the plan was, but we went over it a
I
little bit.
know. Maybe if we had a full roster, they didn't sign up.
Yeah, maybe if you sign
Counter
up for the
defense.
tournament, we'll talk about it. But yeah. So
Why didn't you tell
Yeah,
people
I'm
that we were entering this tournament? Me, the top level player.
Yeah, take your
signed up
meds.
on Friday
Guys,
night.
Take your meds is gonna be playing Super Jump 6.
No, I'm not. I'm done playing Splatoon. I was saying, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no. You guys are reviving the team, right? For this tournament?
The brand is so good. I wish, but I think I'm done with the pump.
All right, so yeah, I think that's all for this episode of Splat Chat. We'll be back next week, probably to review Super Jump and the first week of the NA League. I'm Fern. You can find me at remixfern.beastguide.social and remixfern_nautilus on YouTube. Where can they find you all? We can start with Sasu, because you're next to me on the stream.
You can find me at Sasu in your pants on basically all social media. That's called branding. It's SASUIN, the letters UR, pants. And I do a lot of commentating and wearing froofy dresses.
Hell yeah. I'm Fusion. 8-bit Fusion on socials. Yeah, I do casting and stuff. I will be casting Super Jump this Saturday, so that'll be cool. I'm very excited. I'm going to keep an eye on all the teams who are still going to sign up. I do want to see some more rematches. I want to see the classic like FT Win Starburst stuff going on. Even though I guess it's a little bit more like what FT Win Starburst sort of used to be. But yeah, I've had a great time. Thanks, Vern.
I'm Fufu. You guys can find me at SplatFufu on both Blue Sky and Twitter and Twitch. I haven't streamed yet. I have wrist problems right now, but follow me. I do commentary, of course. I'll also be doing Super Jump day 1, art, which I've been slowly getting back to, and eventually I should be playing Splatoon within the next couple weeks. Hopefully I'll be back into this. So yeah, you can see it's taped up. Anyways, this was a lot of fun. I would have to say.
That was
very. Yeah, this is Dave.
I didn't realize that was like for an injury. I thought it was like a wristband. Damn. Are you okay?
I have tendon damage.
Oh no.
I had lots of fun yapping with you guys. Oh, I forgot to plug one last plug. If you are on the Eastern Coast, follow Metro, right? Follow at Metro Inc. because they're likely going to have a big dapple coming up soon in October or December. So follow Metro Inc. To possibly attend a LAN. But yeah, that's
the LAN about to be shouted out.
Yeah, Fusion, shout your LAN out. Shout your LAN out. Go down the line. Fusion, what's your LAN?
Battle November 1st. Be there, be square in Seattle.
Absolutely.
Every month.
True. Sunset Surge, November 15th. If you're in the Arizona area, go. Or maybe if you're not, go anyways.
Go anyway.
I'm watching you. Go to Sunset Surge.
Behind the camera, go to Gatorland October 27th.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
If you're in Europe, go to
Octofest.
Yes,
Yes.
Octofest. I love that.
Plugs done.
Support your locals. Support your locals. Your honor. Go to your lands. Go to your lands. Don't skip them. Go.